What's going on, guys? Phil here from Custom Offsets TV on YouTube. We got Brad back for another episode of This or That. So we got Keaton behind the camera. He's going to drop the questions, and then we're going to answer them. Before we do so, I'm supposed to tell you that we have a whole bunch of new merch on the website, customoffsets.com/gear. That's where you find it. That's the plug. Ready, Keaton? Go.
Is a 1995 to 1999 Chevy Tahoe a truck? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because why?
Has a full
Brad?
frame.
Yeah, that was going to be my argument, too, is that it comes on a full frame, so it is a
Although
truck.
there's some trucks that don't necessarily technically have a full frame that are trucks, I guess.
Like
yes,
what?
Like a Colorado, an older Colorado.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Wait, no, those.
yes, an
they do
old
have a
school
frame.
Tahoe
No, wait,
is a truck.
I lied. Don't
The
put that in there.
Colorado has a-
Colorados do have a full frame.
I felt like you were talking about the Honda Ridgeline.
Yeah,
Comes
no,
on
I
a
wasn't talking
minivan
about
chassis.
that, but yeah, no, that's definitely not a truck.
But although the new one
That's a minivan.
has a new chassis, that's not the same as the Odyssey.
I'm trying to think of a good example.
Not up to date on minivans.
Leveled or 6-inch lift for your daily driver?
Leveled.
Leveled. If it's a daily driver, it's significantly easier to get in and out of on a leveling kit. It's easier to park. Not that the
Life's
I guess
easier.
I guess the
Life's
leveling
easier with
kit
a leveling kit.
doesn't make it easier to park than a 6-inch. Like height-wise, it's the same, but it gives you better
But chances
visibility.
are, if you have a 6-inch, you're gonna get tires that are too big,
Too wide.
and they're gonna rub.
Then you can't
So
turn.
then you can't turn, then you can't park, and it's a pain in the ass, and you look like an idiot every time you turn into a parking spot because you're afraid of it rubbing, so you gotta do a 30-point turn, and then you just don't even want to drive it anymore, and then you end up just getting a shitty beater car and driving that all the time. You don't even drive your cool truck, right?
Right.
Toyota trucks or Nissan trucks?
Toyota
trucks.
100%.
Nissan, I just
Hate Nissans.
I feel like
That's
they've
it.
been like behind in the game.
After like, I want to say like, post 2002, Nissan has gone
Old school Nissan hard
down
body.
in terms of quality and everything.
Cool. New Nissan trucks,
Not cool.
questionable. People always ask, well, why doesn't anybody make a lift kit for this Nissan truck or this Nissan truck? And it's because people just don't do it.
They're not as common. There's not as much demand for them.
Yep.
Lifted Gladiator or lifted Comanche?
Comanche, dude. Gladiator's played out. It's new, it's already played out. Had to be the most popular vehicle at SEMA was probably a Jeep Gladiator. I'm sick of Jeep Gladiators.
I'll take a Jeep Gladiator. I'm willing
Well, I mean, you
to go to
would.
bat for that.
I would take one for free, sure.
No, you picked a Comanche.
But yeah, I mean, Comanche's cooler.
Comanche is sweet, but I would take a Gladiator. I do think they look pretty decent once you lift them and put wheels and tires on them. Stock form, though, they are questionable.
They're quite goofy looking proportionately.
Yeah. I would like to actually take one off-road to see how it does. With it being so long, although someone told me that it's only like a total of like 8 inches longer or something. But
Well, I think the wheelbase, is not much longer than a 4-door.
but the truck
JL.
itself,
yeah,
I feel like it's too long.
It is a little long. The overhang on the rear is long, but Comanche, if you're a cool person, Gladiator, if you want to be a cool person.
Fender Flares, yes or no? If yes, color matched?
If yes, then what?
So,
Color match? Wait, what's the question?
Fender Flares, yes or
yes,
no?
yes, Fender Flares.
If
Color
Fender
match?
Flares color matched,
Yes.
no.
I don't think there's ever a case where color match Fender Flares don't look good.
I know, but if I have a choice to not have them, I'd rather just not have them.
Oh, you're saying
I think-
Fender Flares, period.
Yeah, I think it looks cleaner without Fender Flares.
I guess
I like some of the
it
like
depends on the Fender Flares. 'cause,
OEM
like,
styled ones,
yeah.
but like pocket Fender Flares.
some trucks pocket flares don't look good on. Yeah, I can see that.
Kirk's dad's red F-150. Do you remember that truck?
Yeah.
I thought that looked terrible with Fender Flares. I'm sorry, Kirk's dad.
I can see it. It depends on the truck, the body lines, stuff like that. Generally, I like Fender Flares. And then if you're going to get Fender Flares, I don't think it's ever,
No, but you should always color match them.
Color
If you're gonna
match
get them, color match them. That's for sure.
yeah.
1,000+ horsepower gasser or
Oh,
1,000+ horsepower diesel.
Gasser.
Oh, no, wait. Sorry. I asked this.
Ah,
1,000+ horsepower gasser or 400 horsepower diesel.
1,000 horsepower gasser, dude. Who wouldn't want that?
But does the 400 horsepower diesel have 1,200 foot-pounds of torque? We don't know.
Probably.
But it probably does.
Doesn't matter. The gasser's going to be faster.
I don't know what I want. I like to go fast, so
So you're going to want a gas engine.
I guess.
There's a reason
I'll take
why the
gas engine.
fastest cars in the world have gas engines and not
You got a point. You got a
diesel
point.
engines.
And I don't
Right,
know.
Jerry?
I like the sound of. I feel like my 1,000 horsepower gas engine is probably a big old cammed V8, and
We don't know that.
it's gonna sound
Could
good.
be a forced induction, four-cylinder.
You're right,
We don't
turbo
know.
4 and
Could
then
be a rotary.
in the new,
Could
in
be a
the
rotary.
new Silverado. A rotary? I had
Hey.
one of those.
Hey, guys make a lot of power in rotaries. Doesn't matter. 1,000 horsepower gas or final answer.
Retweet.
Lifted Canyon or Lifted Colorado?
It's the same trucks.
I think the Colorado looks better than the Canyon, in my opinion.
The new one. Yeah. The Colorado does look better than the Canyon. And I usually like GMCs. Like in the full-size trucks, I like the
Yeah.
GMCs over the Chevys. But in the mid-size trucks, is that what they are, mid-size trucks?
Yeah.
I prefer the Chevy. Especially like the ZR2 looks pretty sweet. Not
ZR2,
gonna
dude.
lie. Get it with the Duramax in it. Baby Duramax.
$150,000 for a show truck, but you have a cheap daily, or $80,000 built daily, but that's your only vehicle.
Built daily.
Show truck one.
I
What was
hate
it? $150,000 show truck? And
I hate showing up to places and getting out of a junky vehicle.
Oh, I love it.
I don't know why. I do. I would rather have $80,000 and drive
pretentious.
something cool every single day. If you have a $150,000 truck and you never drive it, what's the point?
you could say that about anyone who has expensive cars.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
also, though, but you don't want to have like a super nice car that's the only car you have, because then you're gonna be like, oh no, I don't want to scratch it. Like, you're gonna be all worried. Don't you like having a vehicle? You're like, I don't give a f- about this thing. I'm gonna crash it into everyone.
Yes, I 100%, because the beater cars that I've owned have been some of the best cars
Yeah.
that I've ever owned. But if I only have one, I want it to be nice. And I want to drive the nice vehicle every day. I don't want to have a $150,000 truck sitting in my garage.
Wouldn't you rather have something nice that you can drive whenever you would like, and then you also have something shitty that you can drive whenever?
I don't want to have $150,000 wrapped up in a vehicle.
But you would have it wrapped up in a boat that you use 8 times a year.
He's right.
Would you rather drive in mud or snow in street tires?
I would
say
what
snow.
street tires? What street tires? Should we say like Nitto 420? Or should you say like
It doesn't really matter. Just like a summer tire.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I would rather
Snow.
drive in the snow
For sure.
than in the mud.
Here's my reasoning, and it's very logical, and it makes 100% sense. If you're driving in the mud on a street tire, you're gonna get stuck, probably. And if you get stuck in the mud, you're gonna get very dirty getting out of the mud. You know, you're gonna be crawling around in the mud under the truck trying to get it out, shoveling it out, whatever. If you're in the snow, what's the worst that's gonna happen? You're gonna get a little wet and cold. You're gonna be way better off mentally to get stuck in the snow.
So I picked snow, I guess, for a similar reason, but
Let's hear your logic.
it's if you're driving in the snow on street tires, you're on the street, so like
Yep.
worst
Probably.
case scenario, you're not gonna be
Stranded.
super.
Or stranded miles away
Yeah.
from like.
But in the
Someone?
mud, like I don't know where you went to find it, but
You could be in the middle of the rainforest.
your roadside assistance is not gonna come get you.
Yeah.
But it also would be kind of fun, I feel like, to drive street tires in the snow on the street and just go sliding around. And I've seen plenty of people run 420s in the winter, and they do
They're
better
terrible. They're
than I would
terrible tire
expect,
in
but they
inclement
are
weather.
terrible.
420s are terrible in the rain and
They're slippery.
anything below 40 degrees.
They're slippery. And yeah, they're not the
Yeah.
correct rubber compound for cold temperatures.
Yeah. So yeah, perfect choice for the snow, I think.
Would you rather have your feet replaced with hands or your hands replaced with feet?
I want
Oh,
hands on my feet for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like I would just like grab onto stuff and climb all
yeah,
around.
hands for feet, definitely, because it'd be awkward if you had hands on your feet, because I don't see them; they're just hanging out here in the open.
And feet look
But you
weird.
could always put, your hands would be in shoes. And then
Yeah, that would be okay.
And then you can definitely like
Grab onto
you
stuff.
can use your feet that are on your. No wait, you can use your hands that are on your feet for.
Like I already use
You
my
could
toes
like
to
draw
grab
with the things down here then.
But if I had hands,
Or I don't know what else you would do. You could paint a picture.
feel like
using
you could
your
just-
feet.
You could climb all over the place.
You could be a spider monkey.
Yeah. I'd be up on the ceiling here, just like.
You'd be
Come on,
climbing
you
up
could
the
do it.
wheels.
You could climb up the wheel wall.
I mean, you
It
can
would
do
be
that
sweet.
now, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So yeah, it's just a no-brainer.
Let us know your reasoning behind the bonus question in the comments down below. Otherwise, if you guys have a different question for us that you want us to answer, whether it be truck related or body part extremity related, you can drop that in the comments below also. Peace.